Hi, Jamonica. How you doing? Okay, so as I had mentioned in my email, and actually, I don't know if you got my message, but I left a phone message too because I couldn't get this file open. And I finally did get it open. The way I got it open is I simply added, see this right here? Your file was called Jamonica, I'm sorry, Gardner.jamonica.dumppsd, D-U-M-P-P-S-D. All I did is add a dot in front of the PSD, and that allows my computer to recognize it and open it in Photoshop accordingly. Okay, so looking at the file itself, I think everything is pretty good. You're showing good masking technique. Everything is brought in using masking. That's fantastic. Good job there. The creature itself looks good. It's composed very nicely. I would recommend using some adjustment layers. Let me show you a quick adjustment layer. Let me see. I think let's use this arm right here as an adjustment layer. And let me show you what I mean. If we select that arm right there, come down here to adjustment layers, create new adjustment layer, and I'm just going to dry levels. That's what I've been using. And I'm going to come over here to my properties window, and I want to clip that layer to the layer below it so it only affects that layer. So to do so, I'm going to right click, I'm going to say create clipping mask. And when I do so, it's now clipped to the layer below. You can see with that arrow right there. So when I adjust the lightness, you can see it only affects that particular layer. So we can lighten that up just a little so you can see it a little bit better. And then we can do the same thing with some other areas where you find it could use some help. Other than that, I think everything is composed very nicely. The one thing also I want to mention is that the name of your caricature is Smelly Dan Garbage Ready. And in the assignment, if you remember back in milestone 3, or I'm sorry, milestone 1, this is an assignment for a Eclipse toy entertainment company. So what we're saying here is that we're creating a caricature toy, and those toys have been recommended and required, and the given names are required. So you would have to call this Garbage Dump Dan. Okay, one final thing I would recommend is if we take a look at the toothpaste tubes, we can see that this arm kind of resides in front of the apple for the arm. So if we take that and we just remove it and we move it below the apple for the arm, where is that? There it is right there. Select that layer and just drag it below the apple. See how it goes behind the apple? Now it looks like it's more part of the apple, part of the body than it's just hovering over the body. So, and then one final requirement or recommendation would be not to use vector graphics in this. Use all images, raster graphics. That's what Photoshop is for. Illustrations like this should be left for Illustrator. So I would replace that with a real can and then make the face out of other little garbage parts. Other than that, I think you're looking great. Good job. Thank you very much.